Welcome to another edition of Golf Garage Talk. I'm Junior Pro Caleb. This is Junior Pro Josh. Today we're going to run over some basic things about a golf ball because, believe it or not, this little piece right here is where it all starts. You can't do anything without this golf ball. And really, everybody, we're just going to go over some basic selections of a golf ball and, you know, what it takes to hit a good golf ball and what is a good golf ball. And Josh, if you just run over a few of these names for us here and just give us, I'm sure everybody knows, if you're a golfer, you know the basic names of a golf ball and who makes a good product. But today we're just going to give you some reviews about these basic golf balls right here. Josh, you run over some of this?
Alright, first thing is you start with your terrible ball, and this right here is the one that's cracked. You never want to use a cracked ball because it'll reduce your spin, and it will take away your distance because it'll be like a wiffle ball.
And it won't compress. It's not going to compress off the tee box with that hole, that split right there, and scuff mark from a cart path. It's just not going to work as it would off a regular ball off the club face. And that's the option. That's the goal of golf, is to get the ball off the club face square. And that ain't going to happen. And plus, if it does get off, air resistance gets in that crack, and you're going to hear through the whole ball, and it's not going to go anywhere. And that is just a bad way to start golf. You got to play it right if you're going to be good.
Alright, these are range balls. Range balls are completely different from regular balls because they're like, let's see how to explain it, like,
they got a different compression ratio.
Right.
And plus they've been hit hundreds of times and be ran over by lawnmowers and pushed in the ground.
And plus if you use these, you'll probably be banging off the golf course.
Yeah.
And here's your noodle. And noodle is basically a middle between like a Nike and a TaylorMade. It's like in the middle. The Nike and TaylorMade spin and go far, you know, and the noodle has everything, you know.
It's a long and soft ball, pretty much.
Right.
What he means by soft is spin ratio is higher than something like this TaylorMade. I mean, this Top Flight Freak right here. This ball is designed to go a long way in the air and roll when it hits. Therefore, you play this ball off the tee box, it's going to roll, it's going to go a long way. You play it out of the fairway, when it hits the green, it's going to roll and it's going to go a long way. It's not going to have as much soft as this noodle ball. The soft part of this noodle ball is the dimples. Dimples is what the grooves of the club grab the dimples and spin it. And when it hits, it's not going to bounce up as high as it's not going to bounce as high as this ball. This ball is going to bounce and it's going to roll because that's what it was designed to do. This ball is going to bounce and it's going to sit and it's just going to stay down compared to this ball. And this is what you like to take the flag with. This one you're going to have to play a little bit more smarter golf, but you get some more yard off the tee box. Okay. And now this TaylorMade ball, it's designed for long and soft, kind of like the noodle ball. When it's struck with a club as the driver here, who is not designed to much really spin the ball, the object off the tee box to keep the ball with no spin because then it flies farther that way. And when this ball is struck with grooves, the dimples allow it to be grabbed, and then it's softer than a Top Flight. It's about the same compression and soft as a noodle, but it's designed where the noodle was supposed to go. The noodle and TaylorMade is supposed to design about the right way, where it would be low spin ratio off the tee box and sit down on the greens. Okay. And now, like he was saying about the range balls, they've been hit. It's great. You run out here and practice, hit 5 buckets of balls a day. But you don't take these on a golf course and expect to play good because they've been hit a lot of times. And the results you see on the driving range may differ when you get on the golf course because the ball has that much to do with it, and that's just being straightforward there. The little things in golf is what matter because golf, as you know, is that far separates you from, So, that's just the basics on having a good golf game, and I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you. Welcome back. All right, now we're gonna move from the golf ball. We're gonna stay on the golf ball, but we're gonna talk about the different climate and what climate has to do with a golf ball. At sea level, above sea level, and there's so many different courses, and up in the mountain ranges, and that has something to do with a golf ball, and that's what designers have to work with. They have to design a golf ball that's going to act this way here, and it's still going to be playable at sea level or above sea level, or up in the mountain, which would be above sea level.
And on different types of grass.
Exactly. Okay. So now let's go with okay. Just say the TaylorMade, for example, great ball. I play it. if you're playing, you know, Pebble Beach somewhere that's, you know, just use this as a professional standpoint, it's at sea level, you know, the sea is right there beside you. It's a little bit heavier ball because of gravity forcing down on the ball, okay? Everything's a little bit different, okay? And this ball is going to react, it's a little bit heavier, and there's a little bit of changes, has a little bit to do. It's not going to go quite as far, the spin ain't going to be there because the air resistance is pushing against the ball. Now, that's not really going to affect much on your golf game because, you know, you learn to play in that condition there if you're playing there. Now, if you take this same ball to the Rockies in the middle of the Rocky Mountains and play golf somewhere, because there's mountain courses everywhere, and I love mountain courses, the air is thinner, and the ball is going to fly farther, it's going to spin far, it's going to spin harder, and that little bit of air distance is going to give you, I mean, I can see 10 extra yards just because of air. Even more than that, because it's going to go. Because the air's thinner, the ball's lighter, it's going to go farther. And, I mean, you have to understand, you need to take all this into consideration when you're playing a golf course, whether the sea is right beside you, or, you know, maybe, you know, you're out in the desert somewhere playing golf. You're pretty low. You're at sea level. And you understand that the golf ball is really going to have a little bit of effect on what you do in your game. You're at sea level, the golf ball is going to be, you probably pretty much learned to play at sea level or wherever your home course is. The ball is going to react. It's just if you ever venture out, and I love to play the courses. Me and Josh go play the courses, I mean, every weekend if we can. And up in the mountains, from my experience in golf tournaments and all, the ball is different, and it's incredibly different because you're so used to seeing a certain trajectory and a certain distance. When you hit something, it just like it sounds different. The ball's going a whole different way, and you're like, did the air really have something to do with that? And it does, and that's just, you know, something you have to take into account for in your playing courses. And like the wind is different every little place, huh? Yeah, okay. You hit it up.
All right. I'm gonna talk about a little wind here on golf ball. First of all, you gotta think about, is your course on plains or is it on like is it a wooded, like surrounded, you know, like trees, fairways? The first thing you gotta do is the wind to work the ball a lot. You don't know it, but it will. The more the wind's blowing, like it could take your ball like 30 yards to left or right, you know, and it could take 30 yards off your shot.
And that makes for a bad day.
Right. And sometimes it'll be behind you, and you could have a downhill, and you could just bust one of these balls, you know. You could act like one of these, you know. But you could kill a ball, but it's all depending on how you're swinging, all that is, but we're going to talk about that later.
And, yeah, this little piece of technology right here is actually, is ridiculous at what technology, and people make full-grown salaries just designing this golf ball. And it's important, and it all starts here, like I said before, and no matter if you have a $5,000 set of golf clubs, if you're not hitting the right ball, it's going to affect your game. And everybody, you know, just run and buy the cheap golf balls and go out and play golf. And that's fine for you if you're a beginning player. But if you want to get better, and that's the only way golf is going to be fun, if you get better. And you constantly get better in golf with every little shot you hit because you learn experience from that shot. And when you see that shot again, you say, okay, I did this before, let's react. Okay? And that's what makes you a better golfer. And you need to play the good ball. You need to play the right ball. And whatever it is for your swing. I can't tell you what ball you need to hit because I've hit several different balls every year because my swing constantly changes. And, you know, we just need to, I'm just trying to express that the right ball matters in your swing. And if you can learn what balls work for you, but it is my maybe demoing a different ball, then, I mean, see, like for me, I hit a TaylorMade and a Freak. I like these balls. I love these balls. Josh, I don't really know about your bag.
Pro V1X, and that's probably about it.
So he's got a certain different swing plane. And then, I mean, that's just the basics of where it starts at, and it needs to be done right. But, I mean, just go out and find yourself a good ball that works for you and have fun. And that's it for this edition, and we'll see y'all later. Hit them good.